Well, we are thrilled to have a special guest in studio today.
Yeah.
That's right. We have Michigan Panthers linebacker here.
Yep, Terry Myrick, who is returning to the Panthers for his second season in the USFL and is already showing why he's expected to be one of the key defensive leaders for the team.
But it's the charitable work. It's the charitable work that he's also doing off the field that has everyone talking. Terry, welcome to FOXSOUL's Black Report, brother.
Yes.
Hey, how y'all doing?
As I do a little set design here.
Looking like you just got back from the Met Gala.
Good afternoon, good afternoon.
Yeah, you look
This is
great.
an opportunity, man. I'm extremely grateful for y'all to have me on today. I just want to show what we've been doing in the community around here.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been an international effort for me. But just being able to be on the Black Report is a great honor for me.
Oh, okay.
It's an honor for us.
So sweet. It's an honor for us.
Yeah.
So we know you want to talk about your community work. Let's start first with your platform, which is the USFL. So for those soulmates who might not be familiar, what makes it unique compared to the other professional leagues? That being, we talked a little bit about the NFL. Back in the day, there was arena football. What makes the USFL so different and pleasing to play for and with?
Correct. So as you stated, the United States Football League is a standalone pro football league. It's its own, standalone pro football league. It's on Fox. We just want to create a product that people get to see at home when the football season isn't going in the fall. A lot of people, we're hungry for football. I know I'm hungry for football year round. I can't help but watch it. So just getting an opportunity to compete with people that have been in the NFL, trying to get back to the NFL, or just trying to get there in general, like I am, it's a great honor and privilege. We're playing on Sunday nights. We're playing on Sunday mornings.
Big time. That's big time.
People are waking up, anticipating our game. So it's extremely exciting.
Yeah, and we were talking a little off camera, and you came right out of college. You went to Eastern Michigan University, so you were able to go from college into a professional, a real deal professional situation.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I left Eastern in the winter of 21. I entered my name in the NFL draft and the USFL draft. If I didn't get picked by one, I got picked by the other.
By the other, right.
Yes, I got picked by the USFL, and I went straight there. I did my pro day, and I reported to Birmingham, Alabama.
Wow.
Prepared in training camp and started playing. I started every game, and this year I'm right back. Full-time contributor on special teams, helping out on defense. I'm just really honored.
You're all over the field.
All over the field. All over
We
the field.
love it. We love it.
Just overflowing with talent.
Yeah.
Well, so the Michigan Panthers, we know that they played their first home game at Ford Field over the past weekend. How's the season going from, where you sit, and how's the team doing?
So this year, we've already matched our winning total from last year. We've won 2 games, and unfortunately, we lost our home opener. We just reported we didn't get off the bus. That's what I'll say. We didn't get off the bus. We didn't play our brand of football, and it showed. I think we got a little too big in ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
We got a little big-headed. So this week, we're going to regroup, regather, and come out and compete. We're going to treat this game like it's a Super Bowl. And this week and every week following that, we're going to play every game like that's the only game that matters.
I was going to say, a very competitive league. I mean, it is the real deal. Speaking of the league, you got Coach Prime, who gave a lot of criticism with this recent NFL draft. Shame, on the ownership. Shame on management for not recruiting more HBCU players. Talk a little bit about how this league, the USFL, creates an opportunity for those players who were left behind. We're talking about 200 some odd players who were just drafted over the last few days. Only one from an HBCU. Your thoughts on that?
Well, doing my research, the top 10 players drafted into the NFL draft were all African American. We are a predominant race in the NFL.
Sure.
We comprise at least 60% of each NFL roster. The USFL is also the same. A lot of black players on each team. We have several starting quarterbacks that are black. We compete at a very high level, whether it be in the quarterback room, in the running back room, on the offensive line, defensive backs. We do a really good job, and we are represented well. I would say Coach Prime's stance on the African American players being misrepresented, it's how you perceive it. There were 4 players drafted from the HBCU ranks last year, and only 1 got drafted. But I'll say this: if you can play, they'll find you. If you can play, they'll find you. Maybe the talent pool just wasn't as good this season, so we'll have next season to see how that plays out. But hey, if you can play, they can find you.
That's a good way to look at it.
And so from the U.S. to Ghana, let's switch gears a little bit, and I'm really digging your threads right here. This was actually made in Ghana, right?
Yes.
It looks real fresh.
Is that velvet?
Right?
Yes.
You were in Ghana at the beginning of March. I was in Ghana at the end of March. That's where my dad's from. You've been really involved in philanthropic activities in Ghana. You're really invested in it. Tell us, how has this experience, how has it impacted your perspective on using your platform to make a change, not just here in the U.S., but back home in Ghana?
So my experience in Ghana was life-changing. I got to realize and witness some things that I would have never imagined when I got to go overseas. There are so many opportunities that we have over here that we take for granted. My philanthropic efforts over there, it kind of got presented to me. I've done a lot of things at home in the community and stuff, but to have an outreach and get my voice and my message seen overseas was different. Those guys, they knew me. Like when I got off the plane and I stepped on the field, they knew my name. They were coming up and approaching me. They knew me because of the USFL, things that they've seen on social media and stuff like that. So it was really humbling. And then just to teach them the game of football. Football is the reason why I'm sitting in front of you guys. Let's be honest. Like football is the reason why I'm here. Football is not common over there. At least American football. They're used to soccer. So we wanted to get American footballs into their communities. They've never seen real footballs besides on TV. So to get those footballs in their hands, it meant the world to me, because that's something that I hold near and dear to my heart.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We were looking at some of the B-roll. You were looking real coaches, real official, real USFL coaches looking. Before we get out of here, talk a little bit more about your team, your schedule, your number, how we can look out for you. I know a lot of the games are on Fox, so we'll definitely be looking out, but a little bit more specific about some of the schedule coming up, some of your big matches, and what number we can look for, and how we can follow you, stay linked, stay connected.
Okay, so first and foremost, my number is number 44. We are in the USFL North. We are tied for first place in the USFL North with the Generals. Okay. We just lost to them, so we want to bounce back.
What city are the Generals in?
New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay.
New Jersey, but they're based out of Canton, Ohio right now. That's their hub.
Okay.
So we'll be playing the Memphis Showboats this upcoming week.
Okay.
And it's going to be a really big game. We have to, impose our will early on in the game and regain the loyalty and trust of our fans. I want to have a big turnout as the season progresses with people coming out to Ford Field. It was a great crowd, about 15,000 people this past weekend, really loud, great atmosphere. Yeah. So just be on the lookout. And like I say, I come bearing gifts. I did last week.
This one's mine.
That one is yours, and this one is yours.
Thank you so much.
Hey, real quick before we go, we know that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We know that there's been an uptick in mental health issues across the board, particularly Black folks, Black youth.
Athletes.
Talk to us about, what do you do to maintain, your mental health? And what can our soulmates sort of glean from some of the lessons you've learned?
Sounds like you lean on your mama a lot, because we were talking about mom and the conversations that you have with mom. Yeah.
It's really ironic that you guys bring that up. I'm actually getting my master's in sports psychology right now as we speak through sports. Capella University. I got my undergrad in sports performance and fitness entrepreneurship. I know that there's a lot of passionate athletes out there that stress and agonize over the game of football, basketball, whatever that sport may be that they participate in. So I want to do my due diligence in that field, and let's see how I can impact it, years on out from now.
Yeah. Number 44, we got you. Thanks so much for joining us today. You are awesome. Yeah. Absolutely awesome.
We're rooting for you.
Indeed.